This woman knew her sister's son was about to die, but she kept quiet and even let him loose on purpose, jumping around in a dangerous spot because she knew her nephew would soon cause a crash and die inside that car. The reason she was so cold and hid it from her family was only to avenge her dead son. Turns out she was someone reborn. In her past life, her nephew got in a wreck and desperately needed blood, but only her boy and nephew had that rare panda blood. So the kid's uncle actually told the doctor to drain her own son's blood, all because the brat was his sister's kid, and she had married the richest man in town. To stay in that rich family's favor, they let her son bleed out, and he died there. When she found out her husband killed her boy, she was drowning in endless grief and fury. She wanted to end her own life, but her husband's whole family called her crazy, saying the kid was gone anyway, and what she was doing would only disturb his peace in the afterlife. She screamed at them with all she had that they killed her son, but her husband showed no guilt or sorrow at all. He just said there was nothing he could do. His coldness toward their son drove her over the edge. She grabbed that jerk by the throat, ready to die with him, but he shoved her down hard. Her head smashed against the floor. In her final moment, she prayed that if she had another life, she'd never let these people ever hurt her son again. And to her shock, heaven listened. Heaven really gave her another chance, sending her back to the very day little Hal had that crash. Right now she was picking up her son from school. Seeing him standing there safe and sound, she swore to herself this time she'd protect him no matter what, and make everyone who hurt them pay the price. First thing she did was call her dad and sent her boy with him to stay safe. Then she went back to the car, thinking how to change what was coming. Right then, she heard the radio announce a major accident just happened at the overpass, and she instantly realized her chance was here. Just as she looked up, she saw her husband's family picking up Hal, taking him to celebrate his birthday. The accident that was coming would happen in half an hour. She turned her dash cam to face them, then rushed over, pretending to panic and block their car. She lied, saying her son Zeke was in that overpass accident. His legs crushed to pieces, and now he urgently needed panda blood at the hospital. Since nephew Hal had that rare blood, she begged him to give Zeke a transfusion. As expected, her husband's family didn't care about her son's life at all. They flat out refused to let Hal give blood. What they didn't know was her plan was to provoke them on purpose, to make them cut ties with her and her son. Her biased mother-in-law kept repeating her daughter was married to the Zhao family's richest heir, and her grandson was a future heir to a fortune, so no way would he ever give blood to save someone else. Her scumbag husband was just as cold. He didn't care if their son lived or died. Her hatred burned even stronger, so she asked them straight if the one needing blood today was Zhao and not someone else. Would you still act this arrogant? Hearing that the mother-in-law, she got furious, thinking the woman was cursing her grandson, and snapped that even if that day came, they would never beg her for help.
好，你记住你现在的话。
Right then, the Zhao family showed up, storming in with rage. Her father-in-law quickly declared that she and her boy Zeke were kicked out of the family and had nothing to do with them anymore. Hearing that, the mother-in-law ordered her son to hurry up and divorce her, but the sister-in-law wasn't satisfied. She demanded that in the divorce papers, there had to be a clause forcing her and Zeke to leave the city and stay 10 kilometers away from her son. But little did they know, that was exactly what she wanted. Her scumbag husband hesitated a bit until the rich man tempted him, saying if he divorced her right now, he'd give him a raise and promotion. Faced with that temptation, the jerk signed the divorce papers on the spot. After signing, he even told her he had no choice in the matter. She cursed him as a worthless dog and walked away. Meanwhile, the others drove off to celebrate Hal's birthday, but the brat kept bouncing around inside the car, too excited to sit still. The driver warned him it was dangerous, but he ignored it. When Grandma heard the driver scolding her grandson, she told the boy to jump even higher, with the brat causing chaos. The ending was the same as last time. A crash happened. Hal was rushed to the hospital. The doctor told them in panic Hal was bleeding heavily from the accident. His condition was critical. Since he had panda blood, the city's blood bank had no match. If they couldn't find blood in 48 hours, Hal would die. Everyone froze hearing that. Only then did they realize the only blood that could save him was her son's blood, and the woman already guessed they'd come after her boy again. But this time, that scheming family was walking straight into her trap.